Your name is Leon.
Leon, yes. So welcome to this podcast, and it's a pleasure having you around. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Agnes? What you do?
There isn't much about me to say. I'm Agnes. I'm from Mombasa, Chuda specifically. But I'm a student at Cooperative, so I mostly stay in Nairobi.
Okay. What are you studying?
I'm pursuing actuarial science.
Also, you're part of the brightest brains we have in our country.
I'd say so.
Well, that's right. So what's your take on relationships? What do you think is the biggest trigger for a relationship to end up in shackles or other failing? What do you think triggers that? Because I believe you've been dating before.
Yeah.
And you've experienced a heartbreak before. So what do you think triggers those emotions whereby you go from loving someone to hating this person, extremely hating this person? What do you think triggers that emotion?
Okay, I'd say there are a lot of things, but as for me, I think the main challenge is miscommunication. Like, the moment you start having issues on communication with your partner, it leads to very other many shackles. For instance, like dishonesty, and like when I start overthinking about a situation. For instance, you told me you're going to a certain place, then I found out later you went to another different place. It brings a lot of questions, and those questions can lead to many difficulties. So I'd say miscommunication is the biggest shackle for me.
So if you ended up in a relationship where you guys communicate everything, you're 100% sure that it would last?
Actually, yeah. You'd rather tell me something and it hurts me at that moment, but I'll know how to get to dodge or get around it. But you told me at first and I didn't listen or hear it from someone else. I'll be comfortable with you telling it to me in as much as it's uncomfortable for you or you don't think it's okay for you, but lying to me won't be the best solution.
But don't you feel at some point we lie to protect those we love?
I don't believe in such a thing.
You don't believe in such a thing?
You can't protect me from something you don't know. The moment you tell me, I'm the one who's supposed to decide whether it's harmful to me or I can take it.
But again, there's a saying that says, what you don't know won't hurt you. So don't you think knowing more info or knowing the entire truth will leave you more hurt than knowing nothing?
In this instance, if it affects me, what do you mean it won't hurt me? It affects me, so you should tell it to me. Who else do you intend to tell then if you're not going to tell it to me?
Okay, now let's take it back a little bit. Let's talk about having a pastor. Let's say you've had 10 exes or even 20 exes. Don't you tend to feel that if you are honest with your man and you tell him, hey, you know what, I've had 20 exes before, we've all that, don't you think he is going to feel hurt? Yes, he was not in your past years, but because you've shared this history with him, he's going to feel more hurt. From that perspective, don't you think hiding some things, or rather not telling the entire truth, saves you from a lot of unnecessary hurting?
Okay, when I talk of miscommunication, I don't mean you telling me things from your past. I only want to listen to things that affect me, like from the moment I met you as we continue forward. Those are the things that affect me. So your past is not really something you should be telling me about.
But the sins of your past haunt your present.
That is your own problem, not mine.
Okay, let's create a scenario where you're dating and I have a baby mama and let's say I say, or rather I fail to tell you that in advance and we're dating. Then maybe a year down the line, this woman shows up. Don't you think you're going to feel entitled that I should have told you about this past? But you're here telling us that a past doesn't matter. Now, tell us the truth. Won't you feel hurt finding out that I have a baby mama that I never told you about?
A baby mama is not a past. That child will be in your life forever.
Yes, the child will be in my life forever, but the mother won't be.
But if you were to say about the child, you'll have to say about the mother.
But then that's not really a past. But it's going to make you uncomfortable.
No, it won't.
Yes, it would.
If you put her in a place where she won't interfere with what we are having, I don't think that's my problem.
Okay, let me rephrase this question. Would you be comfortable dating a man with a baby mama?
If they are good, if they are not having issues, I don't think that's
Come on, we are in a generation where everyone has a problem with a baby mama. Everyone has a
I don't have. I can't blame
mamas.
someone for something I don't know.
So if you ended up being a baby mama to someone, that would be okay with you. Because personally, I wouldn't date someone's baby mama. No, I wouldn't.
Oh, for real?
Yes, I wouldn't. unless the father's child is dead and buried. And that's an exception. But if this man is going to show up every single day claiming I want to say no.
So if, for instance, okay, that is out of the topic, but if, for instance, you get a girl pregnant, you're going to deny that child if you're having other woman?
No, I won't deny the child.
So you won't move on if you don't want that woman and you want your child in your life.
But again, if you want this woman and this child in your life, then just marry this woman.
No, you don't want the woman in your life. You only want the child.
No.
Or the woman doesn't want anything to do with you. Let's put it that case.
The woman wants nothing to do with me and we have a child together.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to go to court and get the co-parenting order signed. Why? We cannot subject a child to unnecessary suffering because of our problems. And that is why I'm still saying I don't think I would marry a woman who has a child with another man.
Oh, okay, that's your perspective.
Yes, that's my own perspective. And I know people are going to hate me for that, but that's my own perspective.
Yeah.
So now,
but that's not mine.
So okay, I tend to feel that it's a little bit different between a woman dating a man with a child and a man dating a woman with a child. Those are two. Okay, they are similar, but they have different emotions.
Yeah.
You know, for me as a man, if I have a baby mama and I'm dating you right now, this baby mama will always be in my DM. Are you going to be comfortable knowing there's another woman in my DM?
Okay, depends with how you handle her.
There's nothing like a baby mama equals to drama.
Imagine not all of them. Wenye wamesota ndio wao wanasumbua.
But hii economy tu kila mtu amesota.
Wenye wamesota ndio wanakuanga shida. Kuna msichana hata utainotice kuna mtoto mpaka uende kumtafuta.
Au wanapatikana wapi tu watafute?
Wako jioni nyinyi mnatafuta tu habari.